Gus does this. We're back at another project today and tomorrow and a little bit last night. Unfortunately, I forgot my camera and I got started on the project without filming the first couple hours, but we'll get enough in here. Basically, we are installing vinyl planks in the floor of my shop, my front room, my display room, and let me show you what I've got so far. So I've got the flooring I'm using is this Smartcore XL, and the color, they call it Southern Pecan, I think. Anyway, I've got 5 rows done. Started in that far corner like they tell you to. Got most of the tools like they tell me to. Got a bar and a pull bar and a blocker, a hammer, mallet, straight edges, lots of good stuff. Even got this fancy little thing here to figure out the little fancy edges as you go along, because I got a bunch of them coming up over here on this side. Anyway, I'm gonna find a place to hang this and just let it go from there. My dilemma with my shop here is that I just don't have a whole lot of room and I've got too much stuff. So I moved all the stuff off of this wall kind of into the middle of the room, and I now have to move a bunch of it back onto these spots, and I need to move a bunch of this over here so I've got room to start working down the middle. Anyway, little by little we're going to end up over there on that far wall, and I'm going to take it all the way to this corner out here, which will then go over here, and then I'm also going to put it in my bathroom, but maybe not today or tomorrow. Might be another project for another time. Anyway, I'll show you a few things that you might need to know, like how to trim those edges and how to use this crazy pull bar to pull them tight when you get down on the end down there. It's interesting, but so far I've got everything in straight and tight and looking good. So I'll hang you up and let you watch as I go. Where to put you, that's the question. Welcome back. It's the next morning. I did a little last night after I turned things off, just so I could get here early this morning and move some furniture over what I'd done. So now I've got, let me show you, I've got this whole side of the room ready to go. So I've put a few in already this morning, but I'm just going to keep on trucking, and I'm going to point you down here at this corner so you can kind of see what's going on. Hey guys, so I got down here to the end, and here's what I did. I trimmed off, first off I cut a piece to length to fit my hallway here. Once I got that figured out, I figured out what was square, and I laid this thing out and used it and marked the line. I then used the skill saw to cut a straight line most of the way, and then I used my utility knife to trim up the edge and, you know, clean it up and get it nice and straight. Now it's nice and straight, you can see I got nothing more than the typical gap you would see running through here. And I guess I could bevel that, but I don't really want to. So the next thing I have to do is I gotta, since this goes out into my shop, which is going to stay concrete floors because this is just my display room, I am going to glue this down. Or yeah, so I've got this general use multi-floor adhesive. I'm gonna put a couple inches underneath every one of these on the end, and then I'll trowel it out a little bit with this bad boy, and then I'll do the same thing for this whole thing, and then this room will be done. I finished that tiny little skinny last piece on the wall here. Worked out pretty good. There it goes. Alright, so what I'll end up doing, since there's like a raw edge right here, I'll go ahead and come in with some caulk. Just give it a little transition from the concrete floor up to the vinyl. Or maybe I'll go to the store and see what kind of transitions they have, but I think caulk's probably just good enough. I mean, this is my shop, you know. It's not like I'm living in this place. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get things moved back around and things cleaned up, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. Later. Okay, mostly done with the floor. Kind of got my room reorganized a little bit. Still a mess, but at least everything's up off the floor, so I can show it to you. Here we go. So, come in my door, and I got a couple shelves over here with all my gear. I've got a poker table here. I've got a bunch of display stuff here. Anyway, here's the floor I did. Looks pretty darn good. You can see the trim I put up there still needs a little paint, maybe a little caulk. Let's see how crazy I decide to get. I still got a freezer I need to move in here, and I need to do something with that. But anyway, here's how it turned out. You get back here and you can see that end piece I put in. They all come up and butt in. And so there you go. There's, get over here in the sun, you can see the color a little better. Southern Pecan. These big pieces, they keep you from having to do too much work. There's a little bit of extra play getting them in lined up sometimes because they might have just a tiny warp in the middle or on the end, but a little banging around and they go right in. Now you got to be gentle. One of the things I learned, you got to be a little gentle with the block when you start banging on it, because bad things can happen when you start breaking the tongues off and things like that. I think I screwed up one board, and that was it. And it wasn't even the whole board. I was cutting it in half, and I broke the back half of it, so wasn't able to reuse that on the other end like I had been reusing all the other pieces. Anyway, good stuff. Have fun. Gus out.